Hi guys, this is Bill from Bill's Green Diary and welcome to my first YouTube video. I cannot believe this is really happening, oh my god. I have wanted to do YouTube since the beginning of this year and it's finally here. I don't know how YouTube works, I don't know how anything works, but I hope that this video and this channel will reach, the right people. So if you guys are into plants and if you want to know more about plants that are available in Australia, feel free to subscribe, like, share. I don't know how people usually say it, but the generic stuff. And for now, I don't think there would be an uploading schedule. There will be no fixed date that I put my videos out. Just whenever I have time to film and to edit. So hopefully you guys, don't get too impatient and unsubscribe. Hang in there, I promise I'll try my best. I have been growing plants for almost 3 years now, and I think I went through a lot of phases in this hobby. But for the past, I think 1.5 years, my taste in plants has been consistently Anthuriums. And I find Anthuriums to be the most suitable to grow in an apartment. So if you live in an apartment and you want to grow plants, I highly suggest Anthuriums. But I think I will talk about how I care for my plants and how I grow plants in another video, because I don't want this video to be longer than 10 minutes. And I thought a lot about what I want to put out for my first video, and then I just thought, why not just talk about my favorite purchases of this year. Alright, so 2024 has been a very interesting year in terms of, what I buy. I have spent quite a bit this year. I think I spent double the amount compared to what I did last year in 2023. Okay, so plan number 1 is this guy right here. Now I have to get up and get it. Okay, here she is. Oh my lord. This is an Anthurium Forgotten Phoenix. It is a cross made between a dark Forgetii and Dressleri, which is a very famous Australian version of the dark phoenix. So I got this from Chris on Plantscar. I got this, I think, earlier this year in April from the Collector's Plant Fair in Sydney. You guys can see how dark it is, and it has a closed sinus. Like this leaf right here, can you guys see that crazy sinus? But it got ripped because of my clumsy hands. And I have seen quite a few Forgotten Phoenixes on the market, but I don't think a lot of them has a closed sinus. So the moment I saw this with a closed sinus, I grabbed it right away. There is a new leaf going out, and I'm trying my best not to touch it because I don't want it to rip again. Okay, the rest of the plants are on this table because I really do not want to get up anymore. Can you guys tell that I'm really nervous right now? It is 38 degrees Celsius right now in Australia. I am melting. Anyways, plan number 2. I am so excited for this one. So 2024 has been a year which I call the year of wishlist plant, because I have managed to get so many plants on my wishlist this year, and you can imagine all the damage done to my bank account, but it's okay, we'll get the money back eventually, I hope. Here it is. Ta-da! This is an Anthurium Luxurians, and you guys can see the crazy color and the crazy texture. It is just amazing. And what's even better is this. It's giving me a new leaf. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know how much I am obsessed with this. And I got it from the amazing Sam from Plantcollectormelbourne. And I put a photo of us two with this plant somewhere on the screen that we took on the day. I think I told a lot of people about this story, but we were just talking casually. At that time, she had already sold all of her Lux on display, and she was thinking about getting another one out and sell that one, which was this one. And like right after she took it out of the bag, I'm like, that's mine now. Thank you, sold. So yeah, this came home with me right after. And she said, no, you don't have to buy it. I'm like, what do you mean I have to buy it? And when I said that 2024 has been a year of wishlist plants, I mean it for real, because this plant has always been in the top 3 of the plants that I want to have in my collection, and I managed to get it this year. So, round of applause. Oh my god, it is so hot outside right now. I can see the heat. Does that make sense? I can see that it's so hot outside. Okay, how are we feeling? Good? Let's keep going. Plant number 3. So if you guys follow the Australian market, or if you are interested in what is popular in Australia, you must have heard about this one. Any idea what this one is called? This is called Anthurium Bloodmoon. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Like, I am still in awe that I managed to buy this. It is in my collection. So they were known as Hoffmanihai red signers. You guys can see the color, the texture, the pillowiness. Is that a word? I don't care. But yeah, this plant has always been on my wish list. It might have been even on the top of the list. But do you know what annoyed me the most? Is when I saw all of these people overseas having blood moons in their collection, and I live in Australia and I didn't even have it. And then I was like, how is that fair, you know? And I have seen so many incredible blood moons in real life. They're big, they're round, they're red, they're pillowy, they're just gorgeous in real life. And I've heard they are quite easy to care for. And from what I've seen so far this year, it's proven to be true. They are not the hardest Anthuriums, and they seem to be pretty happy with me. And the only reason that it took me this long to own this plant is because of how much it costs. Blood moons have always been the holy grail. Like, it's one of those Anthuriums that everyone wants to have, you know, like it has a reputation to its own. So you could imagine how much they would go for. And for the past few years, this plant had been completely out of my league. So there's this incredible seller on Instagram. He goes by Dark.velvet.aroids, and this year he started to list a lot of blood moons up for sale at a very reasonable price. And I just want to clarify a thing or two. What I consider to be affordable or reasonable may not apply to you. I am just saying that it is a lot cheaper than what it used to be, and to a point that it was in my range of affordability, so that's why I got it. But again, what I consider to be affordable is within my humble opinion. And I think I chopped it 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I put it in a tub, and now that leaf is, you know, still expanding, and we already have another leaf poking out. I don't think I should have had coffee when I'm talking this much because I feel so dehydrated. Alright, so the next plants are all from one person. I got all of these guys from Brendon, also another very good friend of mine. He is so knowledgeable. He knows about every single plant. He's like a human Pokédex, but like for plants, you know what I mean? And he is such a bad influence, let me tell you that, because all of the plants that I got this year, most of them were enabled by him. But am I complaining? No, I'm enjoying all of them. So this is a philodendron. Any idea? Yes, you're correct. This is a philodendron variegated Billie. This is from tissue culture. And of course, everybody wanted to have this plant in their collection. And finally, I have it in mine. The colors are seriously stunning. Yeah, you can see, I don't know if you guys can see the roots, but it's adapting pretty well in this aroid mix that I made. But yeah, love. Alright, the next plant also from Brendon is this Alocasia Cuprea variegata. This year I got really into pink variegated Alocasias, and this is one of them. And it's actually very pink in real life. I don't think the camera can capture perfectly what it looks like. This one is also very easy to grow. I think that my apartment is very suitable for Alocasias as well, because I get very good morning light and it's pretty warm. So I think all the Alocasias just absolutely love it here. Okay, so the last plant from Brendon is this Anthurium. We're getting back to Anthuriums, guys, and the rest of the list is Anthuriums. You might think there's nothing special about this, it's just a green leafed plant. But if I move it a little bit closer, I hope that you guys can see the red veins on this leaf here. So one thing about me this year is that like anything red, I will get it. This is an Anthurium Midnight Velvet crossed with red vein dark phoenix. So this is a hybrid made by the Curious Side on Instagram, and they are just phenomenal. Like all of the hybrids that they put out, stunning, crazy, out of this world. Midnight Velvet is also a very popular one in Australia, and hopefully I'll get it one day. Okay, so the next two plants joined my collection pretty late towards the end of the year. I think I got it in late October, and the moment I opened the box, guys, I was speechless. Like I looked at them and I was like, holy. I got both of these from this seller on Instagram, goes by Plant Treasures. So here are the plants. This here is an Anthurium Ace of Spades crossed with Anthurium Kunayalense. And this here is an Anthurium Ace of Spades crossed with Dressleri. So now let's talk about each one of them. So the first one here is an Anthurium Ace of Spades crossed with Kunayalense. But I just hope that you guys can see the pastel pink veins that are on this leaf. It is just crazy, and you can still see it on older leaves, but I think it's a little bit hard for the camera to capture that. Absolutely in love with this plant, you guys have no idea. Like I try very hard to take photos and videos of this plant, but none of them looks like what they do in real life, and I am just so upset. Also from Plant Treasures is this Anthurium Ace of Spades crossed with Dressleri. What's crazy about this plant is all the red veins at the back. It is extremely dark, guys. I'm really surprised that these two guys came to me, towards the end of the year, yet I love them so much, more than a lot of other plants that I have in my collection. I lost count of how many plants I have done, but I have 3 left. Okay, the next plant, it was not supposed to be on this list until last week. Alright, so this is an Anthurium Ace of Spades F2 crossed with a red Forgetii. But I just wish that you guys can see the color on this one. It looks extremely dreamy, if that's the word. All the sparkles, the pink veins, everything just works so well together and makes it look so dreamy. I got this plant from Hoffmanihai on Instagram, and let me show you guys the back of this plant. But I do hope we can see all the colors, because again, it looks absolutely stunning in real life. I met Hai for the first time during the Collector's Plant Fair. I took a photo with him. It's like meeting my idol. Love him so much. And I have been following his journey throughout this year. He's having all these expos all over the world, in America, in Thailand, in Vietnam. And he is just doing so well, and I am so proud to see, a fellow Vietnamese being in the plant market, doing so well. So, the second last plant on this list is another Anthurium. Surprise, surprise. I got this from another amazing seller in Australia. His name is James from the Plant Plug on Instagram. This is an Anthurium Heinz selfed crossed with his Luxurians. There you go. They're absolutely stunning. It is such an easy care, no fuss at all, and it is sizing up pretty well. So Heinz is also a very popular Australian specimen. What I love about this plant is, first of all, it's very easy to care for. And I think a lot of people are into dark Anthuriums, but this one is on the greener side. It has a very neon green, very bright vein coming through. And the colors on this one are just phenomenal. So I have been following James for quite a while now, and I met him once from, again, the Collector's Plant Fair. We went out for dinner with a few friends, and James is also one of my all-time favorite sellers in Australia. And James is just overall an amazing guy, like he's super supportive, he's very understanding, especially when you are a newbie in this hobby, and he's so funny. And I think James just had an upgrade of his growing space. I would love to visit him in real life one day. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I have been recording for the past 2 hours, guys. Alright, last plant. Another Lux hybrid, and it's super cute, super clumpy, which I like. But yeah, this is an Anthurium Dora, the Luxplorer. Yes, it's such a cute name. So this is a hybrid made by Cheyenne. Her Instagram is Aus.plantmum, and I think everyone in Australia knows her. And I think it's got a pretty good balance of both the parents. So again, the name is Dora the Luxplorer, so the Luxplorer explains the Lux in it. However, the Dora is actually not just a Dora, it is a cross between, I believe, a Dorayaki crossed with a Pap hybrid. I find a lot of my Lux hybrids are doing way better than my regular ones. So I met Cheyenne twice in Sydney and once in Canberra. And when I visited her in Canberra to pick up this plant, right, we talked a little bit about, growing plants, and she showed me 2 grow tents, and they are just surreal, guys. Like, I don't know how everything can be so perfect. She has at least thousands of plants. That's it. Thank you guys so much for sticking around all the way into the end. If you made it to the end, thank you guys so much. And again, the reason why I am joining the YouTube world is just to reach more people, and I just hope to make meaningful connections in this plant community. So it would mean so much to me if you could subscribe, like, comment, follow me both on Instagram and here on YouTube to get the algorithm going. And again, I have no idea of what I want to put out for my next video. So if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to let me know, either in the comment box below or head over to Instagram and just slide in my DMs and we can have a chat. Other than that, stay safe, stay hydrated, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.